You're watching 48 Fastcast.
Welcome in, y'all. 7:01. Thanks for joining us for the Fastcast. That sun is out, shining bright. It's already nice out there. Looking like a nice week ahead too. Sunny, not too hot either.
Yeah, nice cool start to the day so far. Like coming out this morning, it was nice and cool, but it is going to warm up.
Yeah, pleasant this morning. I felt as soon as the garage door came up, I said that's not bad for a Monday morning. Pretty pleasant start to the day. But yes, this afternoon we'll feel a little bit warmer and a touch on the muggy side too. No oppressive heat and humidity to deal with, but warmer than what you would expect for the final few days of September and heading into October. We actually have a weak cool front coming in on Wednesday, more of a wind shift line than anything, but we'll knock down our high temperatures to more seasonal range there in the low to mid 80s, also less humid. We've got two chances for a pop-up shower. That is today through the afternoon and evening, mainly for locations along and east of I-65, and then also on Wednesday as that cool front moves in. We've got Hurricane Umberto, major Category 4 hurricane, and also Tropical Storm Imelda. Big change to that forecast. Last week we had just about a guaranteed landfall expected for parts of the Carolinas. Well, that's not the case. Swings out to the east and to the Atlantic. Temperatures here in the 50s to low 60s. Wind today out of the north and east 5 to 10 miles per hour.
This is your 48 First Alert Road Report, sponsored by Bankston Motorhomes.
All right, we do have a crash right now. So this is on 231 in the northbound lanes. There's a lane blocked there and traffic is pretty bad. Back up until 36 there in the Lacey Spring area. So just be aware of that. It's on 231 at Fields Road, causing delays really in both directions there. Taking you now to Decatur, where we're seeing some slowdowns as you approach the bridge. Also on 72 here as it meets 67. So just be aware of that. Drive times right now still looking pretty good. Meridianville to Huntsville will take you about 25 minutes. Hampton Cove to Huntsville about 9. Well, this morning we are asking Decatur Police for more information after there was a large police presence on 22 Avenue Southwest. This is right off the Beltline and Old Moton Road. Right now, police are only confirming that there was a robbery at a home there. Family members on scene told us that their loved one was killed in the incident. We'll let you know as soon as we learn more.
Also this morning, one person has been arrested in Huntsville for shooting into a home. Now, this happened at a home on Chalmont Drive in North Huntsville. Thankfully, no one was hurt. The suspect's identity has not been released, but we will let you know as we learn more. Now, there has been a man booked, though, into Madison County Jail on a charge of shooting into an occupied dwelling or vehicle. Jeremy Boone was booked into the jail just before 4 a.m. Now, it's not known if he's the suspect police believe shot into that home on Chalmont Drive.
After a string of officer arrests this year, yet another local police officer is now sitting behind bars. Florence police officer Evan Thornton is charged with domestic violence after a fight on Saturday. Thornton was booked into the Lauderdale County Jail on a $5,000 bond. Police have not released any details on the incident that led to the arrest, and there are no court documents available yet. This arrest is just the latest in a series of local officers finding themselves on the other side of the law. In the past 3 months, 5 of at least 8 police officers arrested were members of the Huntsville Police Department. Those officers face charges ranging from DUI to child abuse, sharing child porn, and even domestic violence. All 8 arrests happened this year, and not all of the officers were placed on leave after those arrests. On Friday, Huntsville Police Chief Kirk Giles addressed the ongoing issue. It's been causing some worry in the community. He says he understands the concern and is committed to upholding high standards within the department.
Well, happening this week in Lauderdale County, a woman who was accused of keeping dozens of dogs in awful conditions is set to go before a judge. The bench trials for Teresa Counts and Stephen Reynolds are set to begin Thursday in Florence. In July, the two were charged with 23 counts of animal cruelty. Prosecutors say Counts was making money from boarding, breeding, and selling animals. In a separate case just a few months before the July arrest, prosecutors charged Counts with more than 80 counts of animal cruelty after finding malnourished animals on her property back then. Her charges were dropped in exchange for her giving up custody of the dogs.
Well, it will soon be harder for those in Tennessee to qualify for SNAP benefits. What these changes include next.
Well, nearly 700,000 Tennesseans rely on SNAP benefits. However, the Tennessee Department of Human Services has announced there will be changes to who can qualify. Those who will be impacted are between the ages of 18 and 65 who don't have disability or don't live with children under the age of 14. If you fall under this category, you'll now have to work, volunteer, or participate in a job training program for at least 20 hours a month to qualify for SNAP. A director at the Tennessee Justice Center says she's concerned about some of these new qualifications.
There's a lot more bureaucracy that people have to deal with because of these work requirements. This is also going to be hard on the state agency. There's a lot more work involved, and so that takes time and it takes staff.
A few exemptions for these requirements include being pregnant, having a temporary disability, and being in school.
Oh, we have some good news for Alabama football fans. Let's take a look at yesterday's Associated Press Top 25 poll. Alabama climbing up in the ranks after beating the Georgia Bulldogs on Saturday. Alabama is now ranked number 10. Ohio State is still the top-ranked team in the country.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Eric Burke.
Yeah, talk about a great sporting weekend. All the college football, the NFL. We had the Ryder Cup, not the result the USA wanted, but a great comeback there on Sunday. What we've got for the early part of the week, perfect for all of your sporting activities. Warm, a little bit muggy, but not terribly hot and humid. We'll have a dew point in the low 60s. Cool front comes in on Wednesday. That will drop our temperatures and humidity levels by the end of the week. Feels like temperatures today with just a little bit on the muggy feel as far as the dew point goes. It will feel like upper 80s, maybe low 90s. Hour by hour look at the day. Future radar pretty persistent here, hinting at least very isolated showers possible as we go through the afternoon into the evening. It should wrap up closer to that evening commute. Tropical storm Imelda, 50-mile-per-hour winds. Now, this was set to make landfall off the coast of the mid-Atlantic. Now, upper-level winds and a front pushing it well out into the Atlantic could still make landfall in Bermuda potentially as a Category 1 hurricane. As far as your 10-day forecast, we've got a nice stretch of days to end September into October. At least you saw some heavy rainfall last week because it's a very dry extended forecast with minimal chances for rain over the next 7 to 10 days.
All right, still looks like a very nice time to be outside this week.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Pool days maybe this week.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah, right. Might as well. All right, thanks so much for tuning in here to the Fastcast. Make sure you tune back in on streaming at Talking TVL at 10 o'clock and Weather Extra at 10:30. Have a good one.